Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We have an exciting match here for you tonight, and we have it. Actually, the game's already started a little bit. We're about 10 seconds in, and we've got High Ping versus Protostar. Should be a pretty good matchup. Some of these players, some of them are coming new with the quest wave, but some of them are also pretty old, long-time players. So it should be cool to see the contrast between the players there. And as I said, Zesper takes a pretty good shot from the top, just barely going a little bit wide. It gets picked up by the High Ping defense. The cross pass over to short Luke, who finds the clear. It looks like it might get picked up there, although it's floating a little bit loose, actually. Gets picked up by... Looks like Doug is going to be able to... Hide there, I'm Doug is able to pick it up. And High Ping is going to move into the offensive zone. Pushing into the bubble now. Pass goes off the bottom of shield, unfortunately. Just a little bit unlucky there with the geometry. But we finds the recovery, the pass up, and then the shot from Brandon Chandler, but the save is saved by, I actually don't know who that was on Protostar, but they were able to get the disc out. We can save this, get it out. Unfortunately, back into the hands of short Luke, who's going to push him to the goal again, and this time he's able to get the points, get the goal. That's 2 points going to High Ping. So now we see, we're going to see if Protostar can take the response here. They're going to have the disc moving up. They got an interesting rollout. They had two people coming out of the bottom tubes there. The pass makes it over to Artie, who finds Zesper in the middle. A quick pass over to 5-spotted Dog up on the offensive zone. They're moving up pretty quickly, but taking their time with the back pass. Now backing out, taking their time, cross passing over, keeping good control of this disc, but gets stunned out, but does get the pass off to Zesper. He's going to find the goal. He's able to put one in and tie this game right back up, 2-2 for Protostar. Looked like the goalie might have got stunned there. I couldn't see, but there's definitely somebody on the backboard. So now we'll see how High Ping's rollout looks.
Nice opening salvo from both teams here, Rox.
Yeah, sorry. I'm RoxTytan. I'm joined here by Minihat. Sorry, we got a little bit of a jump start in the stream there, so we have to properly introduce ourselves. But here we go, and High Ping taking the long shot from tunnel, but it does end up bouncing off of top of the shield and gets recovered by Protostar. They're gonna move this down the field. A little bit of unfortunate bounce there, but they are able to keep control of it from 5-spotted Dog. He's able to find Zesper down on the floor. Takes the long shot and just under the goalie, who wasn't quite able to get low enough. That's a 3-pointer for the side of Protostar. The whoever's in goal, and there was a little bit pushed out, and he just barely was not able to get low enough to save that shot.
Yeah, what a shot from Zesper. He just took advantage of the slightly out of position goalie.
Absolutely. Noticed that he was not sit all the way back in goal, was able to find that angle for the bottom half of the goal and get it in. And we have a pretty aggressive defense coming in from Protostar here, but High Ping is able to recover it. Oh, but the punch comes out actually, and Artie's able to recover the disc and makes a pass back to his keeper, who clears it up to the opposite side tunnel now. 5-spotted Dog with the pass up to Zesper, who's able to recover the disc off the bounce. It takes the long shot and skimming off the top of shield, but is able to be recovered by High Ping. Hi there, I'm Doug. We're now moving up the field with the disc here. Makes the cross pass to his teammate a little bit ahead though. He's able to get intercepted by 5-spotted Dog. Then goes up and finds Zesper on the ceiling above the goal, going for the danger, but goes for the cross pass a little bit low though, and Artie's able to chase it down and get the recovery. Oh, but it goes through his hands a little bit, and Zenny Dude is able to find the disc for the clear. Very close matchup so far. These teams are they're doing both doing a pretty good job of keeping control of the disc, moving it up, taking control, and like mounting pretty respectable offenses here. They're not just going for. Oh, but as I say that, pretty unexpected shot. Even the goalie was caught off guard. It looked like he was Protostar had somebody cutting into the bubble there, but it looked like the goalie was going to jump out and go for the cross pass, but the shot came in, and for the 3 points for Zesper again, making another 3-point shot.
Yeah, what a nasty angle on that shot.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for the shot there. I was looking at the pass, and I think the goalie was the same way because he did not look like he was ready for that. It was a very nice shot. The clear from High Ping now is going to be able to get picked up by the side of Protostar. Zesper again looking, taking their time, know they're in control, know they have a lead, and they're able to pass back to their goalie, keep control of this disc, and just take their time pushing up the field for this offense. The cross pass from Zesper over to 5-spotted Dog, pushing into the bubble, but does get stunned out by High Ping, and they're able to look for a clear here. But again, opting to take the slow controlled pass. That's what we like to see. These teams not just going for these panic clears and throwing the disc down the field at every opportunity they're given, but taking their time, controlling the disc, and moving it up.
Yeah, you can tell these are two higher tier teams here, both careful with their passing, looking for good opportunities to get the disc down the field, and then nice cut passes they're looking for around the goal. Though we've seen a couple of really mean three-pointer attempts here from both teams, actually.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen Protostar make a couple, but there, as I say that, High Ping goes for a long three-pointer of their own, and just barely a little bit wide. Gets picked up by a 5-spotted dog. He's gonna again take his time, control the disc, and move it up, try to get it out of their zone. But he gets intercepted by High Dug in the tunnel. He's able to find his teammate Zenny in the middle of the arena. Now they're able to mount another offense. Finds a cross pass to High Dug, who goes in for the 1v1 and is able to score the disc. Another 2 points for the side of High Ping, bringing this game up to only a 4-point deficit with almost just under 3.5 minutes to go.
Yeah,
definitely far from over.
I think this is anyone's round, Rox. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. We've definitely seen both teams have the potential to score quickly.
Yet again, quite a strange rollout. Very interesting rollouts from Protostar. Having the 2 people coming out the bottom tubes and just taking these slow passing, waiting for the defense to approach them. Very smart. They know they're ahead. They know that the clock is on their side, and so they're gonna force High Ping to approach them. But then we see that this gets picked up by High Dug again in the tunnel, making these interceptions this game so far, and is able to push the disc up and see if they can close that score gap a little bit further. Nice pass off ceiling, but gets picked up stunned. Brandon Chandler gets stunned out by 5-spotted dog, who's able to recover the disc for his team and make the clear to the top. Again, both teams doing a good job of controlling this disc, but also finding these clear angles, because as good as it is to control the disc and take your time, it's also, if you find those angles, you find those long lanes open, it's never a bad idea to also just go for those clears, get your stacks together, and see if you can get there first, find an open goal for yourself. I said the disc gets cleared, but gets a little bit trapped up in tunnel there and gets picked back up by Protostar. He's going for the bounce pass to his teammate on the ceiling, leaf around, finds his teammate Zesper on the nest, and takes a shot, but is saved by High Dug. Playing some amazing defense, both picking up these long clears and getting these interceptions, as well as playing some close range defense as well, it looks like. So we see short Luke again in pressure, but is able to again make the smart pass, passing it back to his teammate there. He's able to look for the clear. Unfortunately, does get intercepted by Zesper. He's going to look for a clear of his own, but does find Leaf around in the tunnel, who's looking for the long shot. Does get picked up by, I don't know who that was, a High Dug, but 5-spotted dog is able to pick the disc up. And again, another 3 points, widening the gap once again between Protostar and High Ping.
Yeah, 150 to go. This is starting to look like a comfortable lead for Protostar, but they don't want to get too comfortable. High Ping can come down and burn them if they give them the opportunity.
Yeah, High Ping definitely not out of this game yet, but they will need to pick up the pace a little bit, because we've already seen so far this game that Protostar has done a pretty good job of taking any time that they're given and being able to burn it off, keeping that clock on their side and playing it very well. But we do see High Ping again moving in pretty quickly, pushing a pretty fast offense. Unfortunately, the shot just goes a little bit low. He was able to get picked up by 5-spotted dog, who does find the clear again. And now we're going to see which boost can get there first. The Protostar boost does get there, but they overshoot just a little bit, and this does get picked up by Short Luke, who goes for the long shot. Unfortunately, a little bit wide, but does get picked up by his teammate Brandon Chandler, who's able to put that disc in and close that gap just a little bit. 6 points for High Ping.
Yeah, so keeping themselves in the game, they need to act really fast right now. They've still got this 2-goal deficit, but they're still in it.
Yeah, definitely running a little bit low on time. Just a little over 45 seconds remaining in the match, and High Ping is definitely still possible, but they're going to have to play some really aggressive defense, get these turnovers, and get these fast conversions if they want to stay in this game.
This is not what they want to see.
To Artie, and Artie does get the long pass, receives it, but goes for the tight angle shot and does ding off right back to him though. And Leaf around picks up the disc but passes it, and Brandon Chandler is able to pick it back up. Goes for the long clear. This is what they need. High Ping needs to get down there quickly though, and this could be it if they make this in 3 points. I think they do have a few seconds left actually. If they can get there fast enough with a really aggressive boost, they might be able to send this into overtime or even win it for themselves.
Not quite. Almost enough time left, but I think the clock is just going to wind down.
Yeah, you're right. A little bit short. Very close first round though, and they're definitely I think the connoisseur votes for this match were 18-2. Yeah, that's correct.
wow.
18-2 in the favor of Protostar. But Haiping has done a pretty good job of keeping this match really neck and neck, getting that close three-pointer at the very last second there, and almost having enough time to go for another points and put this game maybe into their favor. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get it done, but definitely very good showing from Haiping, especially if we're to trust the connoisseur votes about how one-sided this match was supposed to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point, Rox. I think this does not look like a one-sided match at all. I would not be surprised to see Haiping come back and give us a very exciting round 2. We can take a quick look at the stats. Looks like we have Zesper leading the point total with 8, and 5-spotted Dog with 3 over on Protostar for their 11 points. And then we have Hi There, I'm Doug with 5, Short Luke with 2, Brandon Chandler with 2. So some good offense coming out from both teams. Notable, there's a large number of saves on the side of Haiping. We have 2 from Doug, 1 from Luke, 1 from Brandon, and a smattering of stuns from both teams, although 5-spotted Dog notable for his 16, which is a bit of an outlier here. And with that, we will jump back into round 2.
One other thing I noticed on the stat page, though, is that the possession was almost equal, 51-49, but the shots taken were about 64% in favor of, I believe it was Protostar. So even though these Haiping has done a good job of getting these, keeping the possession even and keeping control of the disc, it seems they are finding a bit of trouble getting into that bubble and taking these final shots. So we'll see if they can do it now, though. We have Short Luke taking the long shot right away, trying to close that gap up. Unfortunately, there was a goalie on the side of Protostar, and Leaf Around was able to pick up the disc and find his teammate on the side of the arena. Does end up going for the pass through the bubble to RDG. Does not find his hands, though, and Brandon Chandler instead finds the disc and is able to move the disc up for his team. He's got a teammate coming in on his back, gets a stun off on the player pressuring him. The bounce goes past the goalie, but it does end up getting picked back up off the bounce from 5-spotted Dog. He makes the long pass to Zesper in the opposite tunnel, and Haiping doesn't have anybody back, but Zesper does end up getting stunned out, so he's not able to take advantage of that. And we have another clear from Haiping going down. We'll see if they can get a quick chain to it. Yeah, Haiping is definitely doing a good job this round of keeping the disc on the side of Protostar, but again, they aren't quite able to get this possession inside the bubble and able to make these real dangerous offensive attempts.
Yeah, Protostar showing this great patience until they finally have a long pass attempt here. Looks like it's not quite going to work out, but they have the right idea, waiting for their man to get open before they try to clear the disc through the difficult midfield area.
Yeah, Haiping is doing a good job of keeping this disc on that side, but again, like you said, Protostar is also able to keep this, keep collecting these discs, and is able to keep possession for themselves. That said, the disc does fly a little bit past the hands of Leaf Around, but it does end up getting picked up again by Leaf Around, finding his teammate on the floor. There's Esper, who looks for a long cross pass to 5-spotted Dog in the opposite tube, who then finds Hardy, just a little bit of an unfortunate bounce off a block. Is able to get picked back up off a stun though by Zesper. Finds another cross pass, and these cross passes are just absolutely beautiful from Protostar. He's finding these long passes that require quite a bit of accuracy across from tube to tube. There's a lot of geometry in the way, a lot of walls, and it's hard to find these passes. They're hitting them very consistently. As said, Zesper finds the disc on the floor under the goal. He's kind of pressuring, going for these long shots. We know he can make, but he finds 5-spotted Dog on the backboard, and they are able to get the first goal of the round 2.5 minutes in almost. And that's 2 points to the side of Protostar. Also very interesting to point out is that Zesper has, earlier in the round 1, he did take almost the same shot and took the shot on goal, which went in. This time he opted for his teammate who's on backboard. Very good to see the teams mixing it up and not taking those same options over and over. It keeps the defense guessing and makes it a lot harder to defend. Now we see Zesper again in that spot he's always in, making the duck on them and makes it pushed in. He gets stunned. The goalie's stunned out by, I believe that was Leaf Around. Zesper was able to just slam dunk it in, putting them up 4-0 in round 2.
Starting to pick up the pace a little bit after what was a pretty slow, scoreless start to this round 2.
Yeah, Haiping, definitely, again, they still have time. We saw what they could do, especially even if they're under the pressure of the clock in round 1. They weren't quite able to make it happen, but they absolutely showed the ability there. And we'll see if they can make something happen again in round 2 here. Ooh, but the stun comes out from 5-spotted dog just before the pass. And Leaf around is able to recover the loose disc. And then finds Zesper on the tealing. Again, these cross passes from Protostar are really beautiful. These long passes. Again, a lot of teams you see will opt for the short passes because they're just easier and more consistent to make. But Protostar is not afraid to take these long passes because they know that they can sink them. But then again, they just gets picked up by Short Luke, who just gets punched out and they just gets knocked loose. And is able to get picked back up by Zesper. Quite of a dangerous position they put themselves in, but Protostar nonetheless was able to recover. It does go for a bit of a bounce there, though, and gets picked up once again by High Ping on the offensive zone. Again, not worrying that they're behind points, taking their time, passing it to the stunned player who's able to recover just in time to take the shot. Unfortunately, it was a little bit low, but very good awareness, knowing that the player, while he was stunned, that stuns don't last forever, and High Ping able to find that 3-pointer from the edge of the bubble there by Brandon Chandler, putting his team right back into this match with only a 1-point deficit.
Yeah, we had a cascade of turnovers from Protostar on some of these long passes that they've been connecting so well all game. A few whiffs right there, and looks like High Ping was able to capitalize for the 3.
And that's the risk part of the risk-reward strategy that Protostar is going for here with these long passes, is that if you can connect these passes, you've got your players nice and spread out. It's very easy to find openings like they do there, but the disc dings out off the post. But again, going for these long passes definitely gives your players a lot more time to think and a lot more time to look for these openings, but it's also a lot harder to make these long passes, and so it can be potentially dangerous to make these misses like you see there. But 5-spotted dog, again, positioned very, very well, is able to pick it back up. Unfortunately, Either Arm Dog is able to make the save. Or fortunately for them, unfortunately for Protostar, I guess. And the clear comes out. And the joust does come, but it does get a little bit loose. The disc is still not quite picked up, but there it gets picked up by Zesper there, who finds his teammate on the side, Artie, looking for the long shot, but instead finds the long pass to Leaf around. He's pushing up through the middle, uncontested so far. We have the stack come in, finds Zesper on the backboard, but does get saved by Either Arm Dog, making the save off the backboard. A very difficult position to be in, but he not only did he make the save, but he also made a very excellent clear, which again is one of the parts of playing goalie that not a lot of people talk about and doesn't quite get pointed out as much. But making the save is only the first half of the battle. You still have to get that disc out of your zone, because it's one thing to make a save, but the save doesn't mean anything if you just clear it like 5 feet right back into the offense's hands. And Either Arm Dog doing a great job of both halves of the saving, making the save and making the good clear. But Zesper, 5-spotted dog, does find Zesper on the backboard, and Protostar is able to get another 2 points for themselves, with back up by 3 points out of that danger zone where 1 goal of any kind will put them behind. We do have only 3.5 minutes left, so High Ping definitely still has time. And they're only 1 goal down, potentially 2 if they want to go for 2-pointers, but they're still in a very comfortable position. They don't have to rush or worry about things too much. You can see they're again taking their time. Brandon Chandler, but does get punched out by the defense from Protostar. They were able to mark his man so he couldn't find a lot of passes and able to get the stuns out as well. Again, controlling the disc, making these back passes instead of just going for these long clears. Does find the pass over to, I believe that was Zesper, who does end up getting the disc. Looking for the shot, looking for his, does find the back pass there. He didn't have any teammates up there in the bubble with him, so is able to find the back pass to 5-spotted dog. He's able to get it to the RDG, who passes it back over to Zesper, but does end up picking up by Either Arm Dog. But gets stunned out by the stack from Protostar, and Zesper is able to pick the disc back up and go for that long shot. Unfortunately, he does get a little bit go a little bit wide, but his back chain is there to pick the disc back up and keep it under their possession, under their control. The bounce does go into the hands of Zenny Dude there, and we'll see if High Ping can get the disc out of their zone. They go for the long clear. It looks like the bounce is good, and it's out of their zone. But can they get the stack there quick enough? Because it looks like 5-spotted dog, I'm sorry, Leaf around is there to pick the disc back up. Zesper able to find that pass there and go for the long clear after the under threat of stun from High Ping. And they are able to get the joust down. And unfortunately, the first 2 players missed it, but Zesper was able to pick it back up and find 5-spotted dog once again on the backboard. He's able to get them another 2 points, going up 8-3 now. Now they've got a little bit more of a comfortable lead there. They're not so under threat of 1 goal, putting them into a tied situation, so they can calm down a little bit. They've got a minute and about a minute and a half left on the clock. So High Ping definitely still has time, but Protostar is feeling a little bit comfortable. But the disc gets actually missed. by High Ping. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Protostar actually either didn't realize it or they weren't doing a very aggressive rollout, and so High Ping was able to recover the disc off of that and keep it going. But definitely very very nerve-wracking to see something like that happen, because you know that, oh crap, we made a mistake, we got to get there back there quickly, and a lot of times that often costs 2 or 3. Luckily it didn't for High Ping, but Protostar was able to find the stack off that loose disc and get another 2 points going for them from Leaf Around. They're going under a minute left. I'm not good at the math on how much time they have left, but I believe High Ping could make something happen if they do it really quickly here. We'll see if they can get that happening though. Again, putting up a definitely again, this was favored 18-2 by the connoisseur votes for Protostar. So now we're seeing a little bit more of that dominance that Protostar was expected to show us. But High Ping definitely still putting up quite a fight and keeping this match close and interesting.
Yeah, I think High Ping, fair to say, exceeding expectations here in this game. It looks like the match is now out of reach, but they definitely put up a respectable fight as that one last shot comes through. Alright, take it back. That second to last shot comes through for Protostar. But it was a good game by both sides. Score was a little better for Protostar in round 2 than round 1, but I'm definitely excited to see what High Ping has to offer in the future, Rox.
Yeah, absolutely. We can see they were doing a really good job of keeping control of the disc, keeping it under their, keeping it in possession, taking their time on offense. Definitely a few too many missed passes there, but that's just something that you can easily clean up, make it look really good, and they have a lot of potential, just the way they were playing.
Looks like the long passing and cautious strategy on defense from Protostar will pay off in the end, and they're going to take this match in 2 over High Ping. Take one final look at the scoreboard here. Zesper with the game-high points of 12 with 2 assists, a save, a pair of steals, and 36 stuns. That is a proud scoreline for Zesper. Then we also have some help from 5-Spotted Dog with 7 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 29 stuns. And Leaf Around with 2 points and assists, 4 saves, and 12 stuns. Notable over on High Ping, I see that Hi There, I'm Doug also has 4 saves. So a lot of good goaling going on from both teams. We definitely saw that come into play. Brandon Chandler and Short Luke both putting up some points as well, and a lot of stuns on both sides. But as you pointed out, after the end of round 1, Rox, a pretty dominant 62% shots taken and 83% of assists going over to Protostar.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as scorelines go, this was relatively low. We can see that it gets shown by both High on Doug and Leaf Around with 4 saves each, making none of these goals were scored relatively easily. All were really hard earned, either by making these tight bubble passes or taking these really long shots after they were able to find a stun out. And very good shout from both teams, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, take a quick peek at upcoming matches for the night. I think we're going to have Neutron versus Truth over on VRML 2. You might be headed there in a little bit, Rox, along with Dimwee.
That I am.
And with that, good games to both teams. We'll like to thank our sponsors. Thank you guys for watching this match and supporting these teams. And our league moderators. Thanks to everyone that helps make VRML possible. So this has been Minihat on cams and Rox casting. Signing off till next time.